Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man once again, and today we are talking about manga. Now today's manga review is going to be over Monster Volume 1. This is 9 volumes long in this collected edition. It collects 2 volumes per book, and there's 9 of these. And this is written by Naoki Urasawa. It's published by Viz in the signature style. So it's a oversized tankobon. It's the genres here are seinen, or well, the demographic is seinen. The genres include crime, mystery, and psychological thriller. This would be something I would call a crime drama. It has an adaptation, and I think you can find it on Amazon Prime Video. Should be on there somewhere. Not exactly sure though. Since I have not watched it. Now, the premise for this is that a young, successful Japanese doctor in Germany saves a young boy. He does this instead of saving an opera singer who is someone that would have increased his clout and made him very successful at the hospital that he's in. But he decided to save the child because he was there first. And this is a decision that comes to haunt him in the future as murders begin to plague the region he is living in. And it's because there's something hidden away, something dark about the child he saved. Now, this is amazing. This is really the manga that cements for me manga as a medium to tell incredible stories. Now, that's not to say I didn't think manga could do it before. I love my Naruto. I love my fairy tale. I love my Hero Academia. I love those stories because they're meaningful and they're compelling and they make sense to me as a young man. But this one, Monster, this first volume, man, it changed how I look at manga. And okay, maybe it didn't change how I look at manga, but it really cemented my thoughts on manga. It really made me think and realize that, hey, manga is a deeply interesting way to tell a story. So, if you didn't think that I liked it, well, hopefully this enlightens you and you know that I love this. So let's get into the evaluation here. So the plotline is great. It's a slow build. Don't think you're gonna get in and start seeing action right off the bat. That's not what this is. It's a slowly building story. It builds the characters. It builds suspense. It shows you who everyone is and the political situation that our main character finds himself in. Mr. Tenma, Dr. Tenma finds himself in. And it's this, essentially, it's post-World War II Germany. He is a Japanese doctor that's there, and he is successful as a doctor. He's very skilled, and he has connections because his boss, the director of the hospital, finds him to be a good doctor, or finds him to be a promising individual. And that helps him a lot. However, when he chooses to save the boy instead of the opera singer, he's shown that medicine in this time period, in this situation, is not about saving lives. It's about how to increase your own clout so that you become more successful. And he doesn't like that. Dr. Tenma is a doctor because he wants to save lives, because he cares about the people that he's trying to save. And that really is interesting. That's really intriguing to me. And it really heightens the aspects of the story because he's doing something he finds correct. He finds that caring about life is more important than caring about success. And that's true. That's meaningful and important. But it comes back to haunt him in the future. And that's so good. It's one of those like old style crime dramas. Those old style like deeply compelling, thought-provoking stories that are like usually in movies. I thought this was amazing. I really enjoyed it because it has everything. It has political intrigue, it has personal struggles, it has interpersonal dynamics, there's tiny bits of romance, and I don't know how to describe it, but it has a lot of things, okay? Mystery, murder, it's just crazy good. I loved this volume. Now, don't think that a lot happens. Like, a lot does happen, but it's not very action-packed. It's not, like, crazy, you know? It's not super fast-paced. If you're looking for that, this isn't necessarily going to provide or scratch that itch. This is more about a compelling story than it is about an action-packed story. Now, the characters here are really interesting. Well, the most interesting one is Dr. Tenma. He's not the only character, but he's the only character that has a big part to play. And that kind of makes sense. I really like him. I enjoy how honest and good about his intentions he is. I like how everyone sees that as something weird and something that doesn't really benefit him. But they still realize that he is a good person and that he is more meaningful than the majority of all the other characters. So I thought that was cool. I liked the director character. I don't remember his name, but I liked to hate him. I liked to dislike him, which is good. Characters should be thought and emotion provoking. If they're not, they really didn't succeed at being good characters. So I liked him. I liked his daughter as well because she was like a crazy gold digger, but it wasn't necessarily that she was a malicious person. It's just that she wanted to maintain the lifestyle and the clout that she had. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just the way she went about it was really crappy. And it really hurt Dr. Tenma. So I thought that was good character development. There's a few other characters that are important, like Johan, who is the young boy that he saves. And then there's also the reporter, whose name I can't remember. I'll put it up here somewhere so that you guys know who I'm talking about. And I liked him as well because he was like a cool sidekick for Dr. Tenma. It was someone that didn't believe him initially, but that realizes that Dr. Tenma is right about what he's trying to say. And I'm not going to spoil what's happening at this time because I don't want to spoil the book. But he ends up helping him, and they develop a kind of bond, a kind of meaningful friendship really quickly that was really meaningful. And when the thing happens that happens near the end of the volume, I felt for it. I was like, damn, that sucked. There's also Nina, who is a young woman who is tied to Dr. Tenma and Johan in some way. I'm not going to tell you how, because that's also spoilers, but she is linked to them, and it's kind of the thing that brings them together at the climax of this volume. It was really great. I liked all of the characters that I mentioned. I thought there was a lot of interesting stuff here. Oh, there was also the inspector, the KGB inspector, who is kind of this like weirdo guy, but he's really on the tail of the murderer. And it's interesting because he thinks Dr. Tenma's the murderer, but Dr. Tenma's not the murderer, and it kind of makes this cat and mouse game that is frustrating, and I like that as well. The world building, well, there's not that much really, but it's really good at setting you in the time period of this post-World War II Germany, where there's a lot of difficulty and strife, and people are trying to return to normalcy and are caring a lot more about their success than about the wider world. And then when things start going badly, people try their best to ignore it. And I thought that was good, compelling, and interesting. And it really helps you set into what's happening in the story, and it provides an interesting background. So there wasn't much, but it was good. It was well executed. So that's my thoughts on Naoki Urasawa's Monster, on volume 1 or collected edition 1 of Naoki Urasawa's Monster. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you did, and let me know what you guys thought about Urasawa's Monster, about any other Urasawa work. Recommend me which one I should pick up next after I finish reading through all of this one. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, like I said, like, subscribe, and comment down below, and see you guys later.